AJ Pritchard. Lovely to talk to you today, AJ. I'm really sorry to hear this news. This must be a real shock to the Strictly family.
Yeah, I think it's really hard considering Len Goodman is synonymous with Strictly Come Dancing from the beginning, and really such a person that has done so much for ballroom and Latin dancing, and really kind of like you would be even when I was younger, it'd be like ballroom and Latin dancing. You still got the stigma. You're kind of wearing bright colours, sparkly outfits, lots of fake tan. And by this kind of modern day age right now, Len Goodman kind of brought no. It's good to be a ballroom Latin dancer. Look, it's work. You work hard. It is. You get to dance with beautiful ladies, and to think one person in the UK has changed the opinion of saying the number seven out loud. I'll never think of number seven again anymore. There's always going to be a seven. He's just done so much, and it is really a celebration for Len because he has just brought so much positivity, so many people. Strictly Come Dancing itself is a light, and Len was definitely that magic that made it so well known.
And aside from Strictly, you had links with him, family connection, didn't you? So you knew him before Strictly.
Yeah, so my dad would always be judging with Len, traveling the world. There'd always be them stories. So then the irony of me actually becoming a professional dancer and working with Len was hilarious. A bit of a weird mix for my dad, kind of change of roles there. But Len has always been himself. And I think the one thing that I always get asked is that was Len Goodman the same person on and off camera? And it is so nice for me to say, yes, Len is just Len. That infectious smile, when you'd see him on Len's lens and you'd see a little twinkle in his tooth, that was him. Like, it was so good, especially when he did the arena tours. Like, he thrived up on that energy, especially on Strictly with 12 million people live on a Saturday. Yeah, you can't beat it. And then you never knew what comment he was going to come out with, from pickle my walnuts to, well, God knows, it was always something different.
And that, his personality, his warmth, his twinkle, how important would you say that was to the overall success of the programme and why people just really enjoyed it being a big part of their Saturday night?
Yeah, I do honestly feel when you sit down, you decide to turn the TV on, and especially with Strictly Come Dancing, the responsibility from the people performing and the heart of that was Len Goodman from the beginning. Like, he made you feel welcome. He made you feel like it was just him and you in the room together. Not everybody else sat at home or whatever it was. It was just him and you talking. And the one thing that is really good is he was that foundation of ballroom and Latin. He knew what he was talking about, and he always wanted it to be. If it was a cha-cha, it was a cha-cha. If it was a waltz, it was a waltz. I remember my first dance was a cha-cha with Claudia Fragapane, and I came on. I wanted to showcase a little bit. I was quite young and did a great cha-cha, and we added some gymnastics in there for her. And he went, "None of that nonsense. I just want to see the real dancing."
Yeah, stop showing off, AJ, essentially, wasn't
Yeah.
it? When we look at all of the Strictly judges, they've got such big personalities for different reasons. But the lovely thing about Len was, however dreadful a dance might sometimes be, obviously never any that you were involved in, but however challenging the dance might have been, he would always see the positive in it, wouldn't he?
100%. He was the best at giving constructive criticism, even when you thought, wow, this is, I don't know how to find positivity in this dance, but he would find it, whether that be the personality, the outfit, or turning what was probably a mistake into, well, that was obviously planned and everybody at home is going to love that. Don't know how you fell on this personal tripped over this, but you did, and I loved it.
And you've talked already about how he changed the way that people saw ballroom dancing and how he helped encourage people like yourself to see that this was a career and this was something that young men could do as well as girls. I mean, with his dance schools, he's really brought it to so many people, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing to think. Even Len, I remember saying this once, was kind of like, how can little old Len be on TV here in front of millions of people live and in America, and his phrases have just suddenly become synonymous with the show more than the show itself. And he always had that kind of like step back and realized the honor that he was actually doing. He was representing ballroom and Latin worldwide, and he was always kind of like, wow, this is real life. You know, when somebody says like, this is not real life, well, this was real life. This was his life, and he didn't change anything. And that's what I loved about himself. He was just him, always.
And do you think that was partly because he found fame late in life? He had his head pretty much screwed on.
Yeah, no, probably to do with that. Yeah, but I think it was also because every time he was doing it, he came from a profession. If you come from a profession, you feel like you always stick to that. And his comments, his were always very justified. It was always about the dancing. It was always about the art form that was in front of you. So it was never about Len as in Len. It was always about, oh, this is the dance. That's the personality in the paso doble. Show me the characterism. And whenever somebody's so passionate about their profession, you just get drawn into the warmth. And he just loved it. He loved his life, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it came across on TV, it really did. AJ Pritchard, lovely to talk to you, talking there, giving his thoughts about the passing of Len Goodman. Thank you.